can raise your hand and your armpit stink. Right, get into it. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for taking your time to watch me today. And if you enjoy my content, go ahead, give your girl a like, comment, subscribe, let me know all those things. And if you're already a subscriber, you've been following me for a while, thank you so much for following me on this YouTube journey, girl, because I be trying. But anyway, today's video, I literally was just out of the blue thinking, like, what do I want to talk about today? And a lot of the stuff that I have been watching on TikTok and on Facebook and stuff like that has been, you know, everyone's going back to school, yay. And coming from a recent graduate and a college girl, I have a lot of experience and a lot of advice. Okay, so today I thought about why not make a video for plus size girls that are going to college and don't know much about being plus size in college, because let me take some. Your experience as being a plus size girl in college is definitely going to be different from regular size girls. It's just all around different. And I'm going to tell you guys 5 things to be aware of being plus size in your first year of college. Stay right there, bro, because you got to know all that tea. Okay, and I also want to say before I get into this that, you know, if you're regular size or even, you know, medium size, whatever, this could be a video for you as well. But like I said, I'm trying to target towards plus size girls. Oh boy, I'm trying to target towards plus size girls, so of course my content can be more plus size wise, stuff like that. But of course, if you're just graduating from high school and you just got to college, then it's video for you as well. Okay, so let me get out the way. So the first experience that I had as being a plus size girl that I didn't really know I was going to experience is, number one, them tiny desks. Now, I went to a school that had a lot of old rooms with old desks and stuff like that, and so I didn't even think about the desk before I went to college. Now, it is a known fact, okay? Whenever you have those classes that are like History 1000 and your 1000 classes, and those classes that, you know, are your basics and stuff you need, they're always in big auditoriums. Now, that's where I, you know, college I went to, but I think most colleges have that as well. And so in these big auditoriums, it's like you're forced to scoot your big self through these rows, okay? And it's sometimes a little embarrassing, and sometimes it's like, can I even fit in this chair, girl? And besides those auditoriums, like I said, there's also these old rooms with these old desks, and where these desks were not made, obviously, for people that became bigger just because of the evolution of time and stuff like that. But yeah, so it sounds like a weird thing to be aware of, but it was something I didn't even know. So like I said, there were some rooms that I went into where I literally got so much anxiety thinking about, oh my gosh, like, this desk is tiny and I'm not nowhere near tiny, okay? So that is something to be aware of. Don't ever feel embarrassed, and if you guys squeeze in that chair because you're there for education, and hopefully no one will pay attention to you. Like I said, like, people never call that out about me, but it was definitely in my mind of just like, this desk is small and I look huge in it, okay? So my advice with that is just, you know, if you're watching the video, now you know, okay, now you're gonna be prepared, because like I said, I was not prepared. So if I would have had someone tell me, girl, like, that might happen, you know, just only think twice about it and stuff like that, like, and honestly, it even came down to me hating those classes, because I already knew when I came in that class, to that desk, I was gonna be very uncomfortable and stuff like that. So my advice with that as well is just don't think twice about it, and just, you know, focus on the teacher. And, you know, it's only an hour and a half if it's, you know, one of those classes, and hopefully you'll be done. And I do gotta say, the more you go into your major and stuff like that, the desks do get bigger. Okay, like I said, when you're in those really big classes of, like, you know, 1000 plus, and, you know, those histories and those math and stuff like that, they have to have a lot of students. And so when you have a lot of students, you gotta have smaller seating capacities and stuff like that. So that could also be the reason why. But yeah, so if you're going to college and you see a seat that is not meant for you, girl, just sit your stuff up in that seat, bust out it like biscuits, and continue your day, because you can't stress over that. You got stuff to learn, okay? So get over it. Okay, and the second thing to be aware of now, here is the talk about dining halls. So when you're a freshman in college, everybody gets their little food card, whatever, and you have access to dining halls and, you know, the different restaurants around campus and stuff like that. Now, something that I did notice whenever I first experienced a dining hall was, you know, I really felt like eating at a dining hall made me have anxiety and stuff about, I guess, eating in front of people and stuff like that. I know a lot of plus size girls that have that issue where they don't want to eat in front of people and they'll eat a salad just so people don't think that, like, you know, they're big and they only eat big food. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I want you guys to really be aware of is that no one is looking at you. Okay, get seconds, get thirds if you want to. If it's for your health, you know, if you feeling like you want another cookie, get another cookie. Don't ever feel like you shouldn't eat what you want because you think people are staring at you and stuff. Like, that's ridiculous. Everyone there, even the skinny girls, the skinny boys, whatever, they eating like pigs. They getting 5 tacos. So if you want 5 tacos, get 5 tacos. And I don't think no one really told me about that before I went. And I just want you to be aware that, you know, you shouldn't have anxiety about that. That's not something you should even be worried about, like I said. So whenever you go to dining hall, eat what you want to eat, live how you want to live, and don't worry about what people are thinking about you, stuff like that. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, no one's looking at you in dining hall. People worry about fried chicken Wednesday, okay? They're not sitting here worried about what you get in and you got dessert. Ooh, I bet she will like chocolate. Like, they're not doing that, I promise you. So that's something else that I really wanted to touch on because, like I said, it kind of created an anxiety in me. But I eventually got over it, of course. But I want you guys to go in there thinking, you know, already, you know, set already and stuff like that. And I know probably most of you already have started college already if you're watching this as a freshman. And maybe you've already thought about this anxiety and you're like kind of creating it. I'm here to tell you, stop. Okay? Eat what you want to eat. Get thirds. Go to Fried Chicken Wednesday. Get a salad if you feel like eating a salad. Don't get a salad because you feel like people are going to look at you better. And that's not going to happen at all. So yeah, that's something else I want you guys to do. Okay, now let's get into number 3 of what I want you guys to be aware of. PE. Now that's every big girl's nightmare. I used to have nightmares about PE. I literally hold it off PE until my senior year. And don't do like me and do that, because once you become a senior, you don't want to do none of that. Actually, no, I think I was a junior, but yeah, definitely choose freshman or sophomore year to get PE. And not only, you know, because, you know, senior year you'll be lazy, you don't want to do it, but you'll also get more friends, because when you're a freshman, that's when you're gonna get the most friends. Let me tell you, past freshman year, people already got their friend group set, and it's very hard to gain a new friend and have to be consistent and stuff like that. So that's another thing. But got a lot of something there. But anyway, back to the whole PE thing. Now, to answer your question, because I was so terrified of the PACER test, yes, you have to do the PACER test. Now, I went to a college where I couldn't take a sport as my PE. I know people that was different schools that took dance or swimming, and Lord, if I had dancing as an option, I would and could have. I mean, I love dancing, and I could have winged that up. But in my school, it was PE or you fail, basically. So I had to take PE. I had to play dodgeball. I had to do kickball and do all that stuff. But honestly, like me personally, I took it in the summertime and stuff. So I took along my summer classes, so I didn't have that much of a load on me, which I do recommend to take PE in the summertime. If you do think about taking summer classes and stuff like that, I would just say don't take it in wintertime. Because wintertime, you're going to be cold, changing, and you don't want to get sick and stuff like that, especially all this COVID still going around. But anyway, I was just so anxious to take PE, and knowing the fact that I'm literally in the space where people can judge me the most, and it's like we're talking about weight, and we're talking about BMI, and we're talking about what it is to be healthy. And I mean, it just feels like while the teacher's talking, you just feel like people looking at you like, you didn't listen, girl. You heard someone talking about the BMI, girl? Listen. Like, that's literally how you feel. But you gotta suck it out. I mean, you want to pass, you want to graduate college, you gotta suck it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I was just so anxious about. But you know, after the fact, I did gain some Instagram followers that I do follow to this day that I was in PE with. So that's one benefit I got out of it. But y'all, that pacer test was horrendous as always. I always hated that in high school, in middle school, elementary school. And the fact that I saw that thing on a paper, I about fainted. I said, the pacer test, get me out of here. But you know, and another thing, like if y'all do the pacer test in your PE class, just know that just because you're overweight or whatever, that don't mean that the skinny people are gonna do 1,000 laps and stuff like that. Like, I think that there was a skinny girl that only did one because she didn't care. I mean, it's whatever. Like, people aren't judging you as much as you're judging yourself, and that's something that I just had to learn. And in that class, you really just, what I did, I took this experience, I just turned it to fun. Like, I played dodgeball even though I couldn't even throw a ball across the room. I was just like, you know what, I'm just in here, I'm trying to get this grade, and you know, you get graded off your participation points. So whatever you gotta do to pass that class, just do it. Don't sit there and cry on the side and you know, feel sorry for yourself and stuff like that, because that's honestly when people think that they can get over on you. It's whenever they feel like you don't have confidence in yourself. So I would just suggest, just suck it up, do a little pacer test, do a little running, do a little jog they asking you to do, and if you can't jog and stuff like that, walk and tell them you trying or whatever. Because at the end of the day, these people that are teaching these PE classes, 9 times out of 10 are like 22-year-olds. I mean, this is like their, what do you call it? Like their like they're in grad school and stuff. Like, this is like their grad test or whatever, and they really don't care either. I mean, they're literally your same age, and they're gonna pass you if you come to class. That's the only thing they don't, you know, can't, you know, buff up on paper is your absence and stuff like that. So just have fun, and like I said, I really do recommend taking it freshman year and sophomore year. Don't be like me and get anxious and take it in junior year in the summertime. Right. But yeah, if it comes down to the pacer test, just do your best. Don't think twice about it, and don't think about it all day. Like, I remember when I used to do it in middle school or high school, I would do it and beat myself up all day long, thinking like, oh my gosh, I couldn't outlast them, I couldn't do that. But college, nobody cares. And literally half the class gave up halfway through. I mean, it's like you're telling us to run, but it's just like we have other stuff we're thinking about. Like, we really don't care. So that's my advice on that part. Something else to be aware of with being plus size and starting your first year in college is, like I said, these are really things that came from my experience and things that I was anxious about before I came to college and stuff like that. But yeah, so for me, I had a lot of anxiety about, which is number 4, parties and nightlife, clubs, whatever you want to call it, whatever you got in your college. Okay, so my thing was, before I went, I was like, ugh, like, you know, in high school I came from a small town, so I didn't really party like that. There was nowhere to party. Like, I was just not a party girl, and it could have been more so my confidence, or it could have been just because of my area and stuff like that. So I was like, oh my god, like, I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of scared in a way, because I don't know what to expect or what to wear and how to act and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. Once you find your group of party friends, nobody can stop you. And like I said, I really feel like freshman year is when I kind of built up my confidence a lot, because I got to dress how I wanted to dress. I got to go out with people that, you know, they made me feel good and stuff like that. So what I would suggest is to not let parties make you feel like you have to look a certain type of way to get let in. And that's what I thought. I thought that I would go to their front door and they'd be like, no plus size girls allowed, sorry. Because let me tell you, some of those frat parties, yes, some of them are very stereotypical or very just mean dudes. And I'll never forget how I heard about one frat party that wasn't allowing black girls in. And I was like, what? So I'm sure there were parties out there that didn't let fat girls in or whatever, but I just didn't go to them. I didn't know of them and stuff like that. And like I said, the people I hung around with would never go into that. So you might run into some instances where you could find that and could come across a party where they don't let a fat girl in. And if you do, I'm very sorry that you experienced that. But like I said, I have never experienced that, but I'm sure it does happen. And the advice I would give about parties and stuff like that is know exactly what party you're going to. Know the people who are hosting the party. Not know them, but like know of them enough to know that those people aren't total buttholes. You know what I'm saying? So I would really advise you to not do research, but like, you know, if your friend is telling you, oh, go this party on Instagram, go on to Instagram and see the type of people that they have in the parties. If you don't see one big girl in the back, or you don't see one girl with a little roll, or a little belly fat, or a little thigh, that might not be the party for you. Until your homegirl, girl, I don't know, I ain't feeling it. Sounds like anything, whatever. Like, she don't gotta know why you don't wanna go. But yeah, so I would definitely, if this was me watching it back when I went to college for the first time, I would definitely tell myself, like, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna find somebody who wants to be with you and wants to go to parties with you and stuff like that. Watching this like 4 years ago, I would definitely tell myself, don't be anxious about parties. You're gonna find a party, you're gonna find a club, and people don't care about what you look like. If anything, maybe a guy will approach you, like, and it's nothing to be worried about. It's really nothing. And I really can't believe that I was so anxious beforehand, because it's like, why was I so anxious to go to a party? But I mean, there are factors from, you know, being plus size, and people look at you differently. And like I said, I've heard stories of plus size girls not being able to be letting to clubs or parties. So know what party you're going to. That's what I would say. End of story, period on that. Know who you going with and where y'all going. Because I've been to some parties where I didn't want to be there. It was not my type of people. And that's okay if you know, go to a party and you look at these people and be like, girl, they probably not gonna let me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell and you can feel for it. So if you really don't want to go in there, then don't. And you're not meant for everybody. It's the same as you don't like everybody yourself. So that's what I would say. So the fourth one, don't be anxious about parties. You look good and they don't let you in, okay? But the fifth and last thing you should be aware of, first of all, being plus size, y'all know hygiene is very important, okay? And I think I'm gonna do a hygiene haul sometime soon or something like that, just to show you guys my shower routine and stuff like that. But sorry, get off topic. But the fifth thing to be aware of being plus size, let me tell you what you need in your backpack. First of all chemistries, if you're going to a 4-year course, are huge. And well, most of them are huge, whatever. But anyways, the point is, a lot of them require walking and stuff like that. So let me just say, if you are in a big college walking around and stuff like that, you're gonna sweat. You're gonna sweat. You're gonna sweat a lot everywhere. Okay, I never forget my first good college, girl. I was out of breath walking to class. I was sweating bullets. I said, dang, makeup falling off my face. I felt ugly, like stuff like that. Yeah, so don't be embarrassed about sweating. A lot of people are sweating like that, and honestly, for me personally, it just took my body a minute to get used to my routine of walking around campus, and eventually I stopped sweating and stuff like that. But me, at first, your girl was sweating. I was hot. But something that I always kept in my book bag or my purse and stuff like that, which I did not know that I had to need at all times, was, let me tell you guys, first of all, you need this. You need to buy you a travel size deodorant. Now, this ain't travel size, but I don't got none of it right now. But anyway, I say travel because your book bag already heavy, and you don't want your stuff making your book bag even more heavier and stuff like that. So get you a travel size deodorant because you don't need it. Put this on, I say every 3-4 hours, okay? Or shoot, anytime you feel like you need it, because sometimes it just makes you wearing off, okay? Now I use Secret because I got man arms, but that's besides the point. But I use Secret, and this is what works for me. I don't do no Dove, I don't do no Degree. That don't work for me either. I gotta have Secret. Secret has been my girl for so long. But yeah, so get you a travel size deodorant, because ain't nothing worse than being on campus, you sweating and you stinking. Girl, pick one. Okay, pick one. So I always had deodorant in my little bag, always. And honestly, when I was at PE, people would be like, girl, you got deodorant? Girl, you already know I got deodorant. But no one thing took deodorant, but yeah. Because I'll be lying, say I didn't have it. But anyway, yes, please buy your travel size deodorant. Number 2, what you need in your backpack, girl, my big girl, perfume. a little bottle of perfume. You can go to Walmart and get you a little thing of perfume, a little body sprayer for $1. Like I said, you can find all this stuff for $1. Like I said, I'm just getting stuff in my bedroom right now just because it's literally right there and I just don't have the travel stuff. Plus, I'm at college, so I don't really need the travel stuff no more. But get you a little thing of perfume because you gotta smell good at all times. We beating the stigma that big girls stink, okay? So at all times, you need to have this around you. You need to have people familiar with your scent and make sure that, you know, you smell good at all times. And sweating can build up, and sometimes the deodorant not enough. You need to spray a little bit too, okay? And the last thing that I always had on me walking around campus, get into it, a water bottle. Now, you don't gotta have one this big. It's just my everyday water bottle, whatever. But you need a water bottle. I don't care if it's the plastic one. I don't care if it's a canister, one of them things where you drop it and a whole class turn around. You girls, why y'all be buying them bottles? They so loud. Anyway, but you gotta have you a water bottle because, like I said, it be hot on campus. And even if you're not hot, like sometimes rooms are hot and just walking from class to class is just exhausting. So you gotta make sure that you drink some water that, you know, you can focus in class, because when I'm hot, I can't focus. I'll be hot and bothered, very much so. So the water definitely helped me a lot. And also, yeah, you just feel refreshed and you feel better throughout the day, and you're walking everywhere and it's hot and there's so much stuff. And so yeah, so you need your deodorant, you need your perfume, and you need your water bottle at all times. And hopefully, you know, you guys won't go remote and stuff like that. Y'all can't walk on campus, and that's what I make the video for. But yeah, gotta keep those on you. I don't care if it's in your purse, your book bag. I honestly didn't carry a purse around a lot because it's just so much to hold. But yeah, so just put it anywhere, and you really gonna need them things, especially if you sweat a lot in your underarms and stuff like that. You're gonna need it, girl. Okay? Because how you can raise your hand and your armpit stink? Right, get into it. So yeah, make sure that you guys purchase those things. And like I said, you don't gotta be rich to buy any of these things. Like, you can go to Walmart, like I said, get your little body spray, travel size $100, and get you a pack of water balls for $1.39 or something like that from Food Lion or something, and you good to go. Put your little water bottles in your dorm refrigerator. Grab it before you go. Well, then that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the 5 things you need as a plus size girl with your first year in college. And first of all, congratulations if you're going to college, and I wish you guys nothing but the best in your journey and stuff like that. I love doing college talks. Like I said, I just recently graduated, so everything's still fresh in my mind and stuff like that. So I might do some more college things. Never know, stay tuned. But yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. Comment, subscribe, turn on my bell if you want to hear, if you want to get notified for every time I post, my post notifications bell. And make sure you follow my IG and my TikTok with JB__heart to see more things that I post. And yeah, thank you so much for watching me today, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.